Hey guys, Surg1n here, and welcome to a new video. So, this video is going to be the first in what I hope to be an ongoing series, which I'm just going to title something along the lines of RuneScape Memories, or My RuneScape Memories, or something along those lines. And basically, there have been requests that people just really like my voice. I don't know why, but people really do. And so this is going to be kind of a Storytime-esque video. So there's not really going to be any necessary content on the screen in front of you. It's really just going to be random things that may or may not highlight the story that I'm telling, or it may just be me doing XP in the background, something. But it's mainly just a video that's got my voice in the background just talking about random stuff. But for the purpose of this video, what I want to do is ask you guys a question, and I want to know, what is your first major RuneScape memory that you have? And that's what I'll be talking about today. But before I can get into what that story actually is, I want to set a backstory for you guys. It occurred to me that no one really knew my backstory with RuneScape, so we're going to kind of run through that really quick. So I started playing RuneScape back in, I believe it was 6th grade. Long time ago, because I'm like, 2-3 years out of college now. God, I'm old. And so I started in 6th grade, and it was because one of my friends told me he found the game on addictinggames.com. And yes, I am still friends with this person today. I know, Surg1n has friends. It's weird, right? But I am still friends with this person today, and doesn't really play RuneScape anymore. But obviously, he got me addicted for life, so, fuck him. But I started playing back in 6th grade with him. And this was the first computer game I'd ever really played. I'd always been a real console gamer, always PlayStation 2, and this was the first online game I'd ever really played. So I had no idea what was going on, but I just remember him telling me stories of oh yeah, I went mining, and then you go and talk with people, and you kill stuff. I went and killed this goblin the other day, and I was 6th grade. I was like, that sounds freaking cool. I want to go do that. And so he was like, cool, this is a game called RuneScape. And I'm like, I've never heard that game before. Let's go try it out. And so he eventually, I went over to his house and we made an account. And I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know anything what to do in the game. It was like that, if you've ever really, some of you may remember this, but when you first go on to RuneScape, or if RuneScape wasn't your first MMO, when you go into your first MMO ever, there's this feeling of holy shit, what is going on? And that's the exact feeling I had. And those of you who remember that feeling always try to recreate that feeling, or at least I do, because it was one of the best feelings I've ever had in a video game. But that is really the basics behind of how I got into RuneScape. Basically, I blame my friend Cole, who got me addicted to this game, oh god, however many years ago. I don't know, I'm old. But I blame him, and this story revolves around the first thing I really started doing in RuneScape religiously, and it's basically due to this guy who we both had no idea what we were doing, to be frank. So obviously when we first started, we both weren't members. Member was a very kind of, top of the line thing back in the day, back, that many years ago. And so we went and just played free to play. And the first thing that we ever did that I just listened to Cole. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know everything. You've been playing this game for a week. Dude, you're like a god in my eyes. That's fine. I'm just going to follow you blindly. Never do that in your life. I'm telling you now as life advice. Never follow someone blindly. Always question what they're doing. Okay? Okay. Good talk. I'm going to follow you blindly, and we're going to go, and we're going to do this. So we went, and we mined in the Varrock East Mine. We mined copper and tin with bronze pickaxes. This is literally what we did. It's not like power mining or anything like that, where you mine it and then you drop it and you're trying to grind XP. No, we literally just went and we mined, and he told me, hey, what you can do is you can mine this stuff and then you can take it to this furnace. I was like, what's a furnace? He's like, it's where you take these ores. What are ores? It's what you get out of the rocks. Okay, thank you. We take them to this furnace, we put them in there, and then it gives us a bronze bar. And I was like, oh, what the fuck does that do? And so he told me, well, it's cool. You can make weapons, you can make armor out of it. I was like, dude, we need that to go kill stuff. Let's go mine. Let's go do this. So we went to the Varrock mine and we mined non-inventory of copper and non-inventory of tin, and mine a bunch of it and then go smelt all of it. We would mine 14 copper, 14 tin. We would walk to the Alcarid furnace smelt it there, continuously have it in our inventory, walk all the way back to the Varrock anvils in Eastern Varrock. Yes, there are anvils there. No one just ever uses them because they're inefficient. The Eastern ones, not the Western ones next to the bank. The Eastern ones next to Varrock Center. We'd walk back there, and we would smith them into random things. I was like, dude, I got a dagger. And he was like, Cole was like 17 smithing at the time. He was like, cool, here's a bunch of stuff. And he gave me like, you know, a bronze sword, or I think he gave me like a bronze longsword because he thought that was like the best weapon in the game at the time. And I was like, dude, sweet, thanks. I was flipping out about this. It was amazing. It was that, you know, blissful ignorance where you just have no idea what's going on in the game. But we would do that, and we repeated that. I remember the first night I ever played RuneScape, I literally spent the night at his house, and we did that for like 3 hours. We did this for 3 hours. Are you kidding me? I can barely sit there and woodcut for 3 hours. And I would sit there and mine and walk to Alcarid and walk back to Varrock and repeat this process for 3 hours. What is wrong with me? Now, you may be wondering, hey, if you did that for 3 hours, there's no way that you, like, you know, didn't get to level 15 mining or anything. You were able to do iron. There's, like, no way that didn't happen. Oh, I definitely got to 15, but I didn't know I could go to iron. My friend never told me I could go to iron. I just saw him mining iron. I was like, that must be like some elite god status stuff. I can't touch that. I am unworthy. I am not able to touch that. So I continued mining copper and tin and was happy. I was fine with it. I was completely fine with it. I just remember Cole telling me, he was like, dude, I mined like a full inventory of this iron, and I only got like 10 bars from it. I was like, why? That seems stupid. I mine 14 and 14 every time, and I always get 14 bars. Why do you only get 10? And he's like, because iron has this thing where you 50% of the time it's going to fail. And I was like, that's stupid. Why would you do that? And he's like, because it's better experience. And I'm like, what the fuck's experience? And that kind of led into him explaining experience to me. Do you want to know what my overall response to all that was? That seems utterly pointless. And here we are now. Like base 90s, like 170 million experience, maxed on RS3. Yeah. And I thought that XP in the very beginning of the game was absolutely pointless and it made no sense. Now, this is the part in a story where I would somehow magically turn this around, and it would be like, I learned, because of this experience, I learned this and this about RuneScape, and it, you know, made me into a better player. I learned that there's no point to this. I'm going to stop that fantasy right now. There's no point to this. It's just literally just two friends having fun, wasting time on a game that we didn't know what we were doing. And that was the beauty of it. That's what I personally miss from RuneScape. And I understand that we're never going to get back to that point. I completely understand that. And I think I'm okay with it. But it doesn't change the fact that I miss the days where, you know, it didn't matter. Now the constant, I guarantee you go into any clan chat, you go to any comments on any videos, there's going to be some comment about XP waste, or, you know, you're not doing something efficiently, or you go to like someone's guide for any kind of video, there's going to be some kind of comment about, well, that's not the most efficient way. That is all the game is devolved into, is efficiency. And yes, it is fun to be efficient. It can be very fun, but we almost get shunned now if you're doing something inefficient. I'm guilty of it too. I'm very guilty of it. I just miss the ability. You still do have the ability, but to where it wasn't as public knowledge of what the most efficient method was, what the meta was. There was no knowledge of it. And that's what this whole series is going to try to revolve around, is stories from a time where there was no meta and we didn't know what to do. And there was no max player. And the concept of 99s was, you know, a foreign concept. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do hope to make more. If you guys did enjoy the video, please, I mention it, but I don't really ask for it. With this being a new concept, this is incredibly important for me to know. If you guys do enjoy it, to give it a like. If you don't want to see more videos of this kind, go ahead and give it a dislike. Maybe you want to see videos of this style where it's just me talking, but maybe you want me to do something different, talk about something else. If that's the case, then go ahead and leave that in the comment section. But this is something that I really want to do. It's where I get to share things with you guys, which is ultimately what I like to do. I like to be able to sit down and just talk and open up a conversation with my viewers. It's fun. It's kind of why I originally got into YouTube, that and to teach people. And if I can teach people things that I did when I was a newbie player, then that's kind of why I got into YouTube, and I want to get back to that. So again, if you really did enjoy this video, give it a like. And if you want to see more videos of this kind, or any other videos that I make, if you want to see my content in general, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. They'll notify you as soon as I release a video. And links to all my social media will be in the description. So things like my CC will be in the Discord. Things like my CC, I'm going to leave that in there. Things like my CC will be in there. The link to my Discord will be in there. Twitter, Twitch, all that will be in the description below. And that's all I've got for you guys. So again, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys made it this far. If you did, remember, let me know what your first major RuneScape memory was. I'm curious. I want to see the timelines of people and where everybody remembers their first major thing. So with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching, and have a good night.